Welcome to my porch here in Louisville, Kentucky. It's about 7:30 in the morning. I'm out smoking my little cigar, drinking my coffee, getting ready to do some caregiving before I have an appointment. My senior helper is calling off today, sick, so it's threw me for a bit of a loop, but I'm going to get through it. We talked a little bit about caregiving and how it has to be individualized. Not everyone can do what I do the way I do it. My relationship with my dad, the backstory of all that, our general relationship, and how we see each other. It might be different than other people's, how their relationship is. But there was a period of time when my dad was falling, and I got a lot of advice and things from medical professionals and helpers and aides that would say, we have to start doing this, we have to start doing that. I got him over it, and I got him through it. There were several issues that were causing that, and one of them was that the aide that I had at the time was treating him like a baby, walking him next to him, holding him. I got you, you're not gonna fall. I'm here for you, and all this stuff. I don't do it that way. I put my hand out in front, so put your hand on my hand, put your other hand, put it on top of my hand, walk this way, and I lead him this way if he's having trouble. Look up. No, don't look left or right. I'm gonna fall. I said, no, you're not. Even sometimes when he's walking up the hall with his walker, he'll suddenly at night, when I'm putting him to bed, he'll often say, well, I might fall. And I say, no, you're not. That's against the rules. That's because I'm the authority figure, parental figure, whatever you want to call it. I am certain in what I say. I do things and I see things differently than other people do. It's like my dad is combative when we're doing intimate care, showers, cleaning him up and changing his clothes and doing all that other stuff. Combative. You have a medical procedure like a catheter tube change, or putting bandages on some wounds or something that down there, around there, or cutting his fingernails and toenails. He will battle you, and that's every day. It will hit you, it hit at you, kick at you, whatever. And some people see that as an issue, a problem, a concern. I see it as activity and exercise. At the physical rehab lady out here, or the person out here, and after we had done all this, she watched me do all this, getting him ready, shaking her head, saying, well, I don't know how you do this. And I said, well, it's activity. You just have this exercise for the day. You won't exercise for me any other way. I have to pick and choose my battle. But when he's swinging at me, that's exercise. When he's focused, even if he doesn't realize he's hitting me or kicking at me, it's exercise for both of us, actually. I learned to bob and weave. I don't see it as a minus. Another thing I do that other people say, well, you don't have to do that, is I give them a shower every single day. Sometimes twice a day. The second one not being as thorough. Because when I'm cleaning his backside, he's going to fight me anyway, I might as well get him in the shower, get him into a chair, and with a chair with a hole in it, an opening, spray up, clean him up that way. That is the best way for me. Every day. And plus, because he has a catheter, he wears adult underwear, I have to be extra vigilant. Clean, clean, clean. Hygiene is mandatory with those things, especially that hothouse effect of adult protective underwear and a catheter. Gotta be clean. And I do that every day. Some people say, no, you don't have to do that. That's too much. No, it's not. So my dad's about to be 93 at the end of this month. He's still here. When he slides off a chair, a new chair I got, I wasn't concerned when he slipped off and slid down. The home-based primary care people were concerned. I was not. That's a learning curve for him, because he had some issues with wounds on his backside caused by someone not drying him enough or cleaning him up enough, one of my senior helpers. We fixed that problem. And he's still here. And I'm not talking about falling over, I'm talking about sliding out of a chair. You may see that, but you can get around that. Some of us can. But you have to find your own way to do it. You know, another way to convince them that's different from the way I convinced my father. I watch him closely. I tell him, get that butt back up in that seat, slide back up. You know, not when he's falling, but when I can see he's getting lower, get back up there. Walking up the hall, I'm gonna fall. It's against the rule. No, you're not gonna fall. These are the ways that I get through these things. And he gets through these things. And he has to believe me. And that's the thing you have to be. You have to be the person in charge. Yeah, some days he'll cuss at me and I'll cuss right back. And I'll smile, and sometimes he'll start laughing because of the ridiculousness of it all. We get through this because we understand each other. It's not all easy. Some days are harder than others. But we have to find our own way through. And I often tell people, you have to do it your own way. Tweak for your loved one. And if they will not see you as the person who is going to be in charge of them, that's almost an impossibility to deal with. One thing you have to understand is we're the closest one to them all the time, so when they complain about things, we're often the target of it. But I nipped that one in the bud too. I said, yeah, No, that's not true. Be quiet. Drink your coffee. We all do things we have to do the way we have to do it if we want to keep our loved one going. If I listen to other people, medical professionals, followed their advice on how to do things, even Tip of Snow videos on how to lull them into this and convince them slowly into this. Family caregivers don't have that time to spend 20 minutes to an hour to accomplish one task. We don't have that time. Outside people who come in, you will find that your loved one may do things for them and faster for them than they'll do for you on a daily basis. So when you get these advice from people who are coming in, that's their experience, or they think this is the way to do it when it's absolutely not the way to do it when you live in it, because it causes all sorts of other issues and problems. And when you infantilize someone, take away everything that they do, it's bad enough we take away their driving privileges and a lot of things that they used to do they can't do anymore. We can't allow them to do anymore. That's a hard thing to put on someone who is still there, if not completely the same person they always were. They've changed. To convince someone that they're incapable, they will become incapable. But listen to family, the people who gave me advice as a family caregiver who were professionals all the time. My dad would be bed bound now, or gone, or wheelchair bound. He's not. We have to find our own way to do it and understand there are some things that are true about dementia, common, but vast majority of them are individualized. And if you follow that average rule, what you're going to be seeing is them going down that average path and ending up the expected to the expected end of the road. Remember that. It takes a lot of work and a lot of backbone to do this kind of work, and that it is work. And I have good days and bad days and harder days, but I'm willing to do it. That's another thing you have to do, is be willing to do it. A lot of people burn out because you haven't found a way to vent, and you want to have all this other stuff in life. I understand this. You want your life back the way it used to be, but it's not going to happen. Not if you do this or don't do this. Even if you finally end it all, put them in a nursing home or something, your life is not going back to the way you think it was going to go back to. It's not going to. you're going to worry about all the other stuff, and you got a whole host of other issues when they're in the nursing home. Just remember, we have to do this and find our own way for them, our loved one, and for us. I've managed to do it my way for me, my way for him. And that's all I can say about it. You must find your own way. There is no cookie cutter solution, no shortcut. You have to tweak everything you do. So I don't really give advice to people on how to do this. I just give them my experience and how it works for me. But I will say, a shower a day keeps the doctor away and keeps them active. Because when people stop doing things routinely, they begin to lose the ability to do them at all. Even something simple like taking off their old socks. Anyway, I hope you have a good day today, Thursday, and I'll talk to you again at another time.